Welcome everybody to Haunted the Truth. You're live with myself and Chris from Fright Night Project. And let's do the hellos before anything else. So we have got Amory, Maltor, let's have a look. Friday House, Dave, Jason, Kate. Who have I missed? Tammy, Slope, obviously. Dan. Is that everyone? I think that's everybody. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I can hear a slight echo and I don't know why. Am I coming through your headphones, Chris?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is then. Just me then, I suppose.
Just
yeah, Dugo's get annoyed when people scream at them with EMF meters. No.
Do ghosts get annoyed when people scream at them with EMF meters? No one on this channel whether ghosts exist.
YouTube crashed.
Did it?
Yeah. It's actually broken on my phone since Snuff Mills last night. So expect that to happen a few times. Does it stay live for you when it does that?
What, are we still live now?
Yeah. Providing one of us is on, it should stay live.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah. Did it buffer for anybody when that happened?
Probably for a second.
These issues often happen streaming as well. It's the platform. That's really annoying if this is broken now, because that means I won't be able to do live adventures anymore. Like,
Haunted
literally,
sessions.
that's not a connection thing.
Be
Like, the whole
prepared to have a
app crashed.
lot of stupid questions coming through from Jason. Hello, mate. How are you doing? Seeing you this weekend.
Yeah. So if I crash and I suddenly disappear and Chris is here, just give me a couple of seconds and I'll reload it back in. It might buffer here and there. The app keeps crashing on my iPhone. It's been doing this since last night in Snuff Mills, towards the last 10 minutes of me being there. So something is on the app. So apologies for the disruptions. Disruptions? That's not a word, but fuck it, we'll go with it.
Hello, Friday House. How you doing, mate?
It's a zombie. You're both live. No buffer.
I
For once.
got a bloody squint to see what people are saying.
Presumably because Chris is active on here as well, the live won't suddenly buffer and I'll just disappear. He'll be here and then I'll come back. Fingers crossed.
It's because everything goes wrong for you, mate.
Of course it does. Tech. I just heard seagulls. Was like, you're under my end. I can hear them.
Probably. I can't hear nothing outside these. These are noise cancelling. All I can hear is your gob.
Oh, that's the point. I need to put my red light on so people know that I'm live. There we go.
Change to Samson. No thanks.
Right, so the point of this is us discussing paranormal shenanigans, what it's been like, I suppose, to be doing it on YouTube, the shit that we've seen, the shit that we think, the shit that's coming up. Yeah.
Oh, it's too much, isn't it? It's just... if we were to go into everything, we'd be here all night.
Yeah, well, I've got all night, so...
I haven't.
Oh, Dan, mine just put red light, ooer mark. This is not Amsterdam.
So it's saying, Chris, you have to come to Snuff Mills with me and Mark. Who said that?
Tammy.
I've been there so much.
No. Tammy, get down here between June and July, like now. Prime time.
Could be.
Hey, Admit, welcome in. How you doing?
Hello, how are you, Admit? Hi, Dave. You all right, mate?
So let's get into the nook and crannies of this. What is it with, not everybody, but what is it with some people saying that they want to see real paranormal, real activity, real things, yet when you hand it to them on a plate, they act like a toddler and throw it off their fucking high chair onto the floor?
because it's not something they're involved in.
Mm.
It's something we claim, isn't it? We want to see this, we want to see that, but then when it's given to us, we kind of go, I'll look at it tomorrow or the next day or the next day after, and it gets forgot about.
I
Ignorance
just don't get
is
it.
bliss.
I don't get it.
I,
It's
I would think, Mark, like, I'll say it now, I would think a lot of people are probably scared of the answer, or even if something like that was proven. I said the other day on Friday Houses Live that it would be quite dangerous if it was proven.
to some degree. I think if you could fundamentally prove something like life after death, you would have loads of people themselves.
I think it would be covered up either way. I think there'd be something to try and stop it. It wouldn't be allowed. Like no evidence on the planet good enough.
Maybe
Nothing's going to be good enough.
no.
And like the stuff we've seen and we've captured, you've logged everything, you've caught everything, you've got all the raw footage for most things that we've seen, right? And I know for a fact you have offered this to people and they actively say, nah, it's okay. No, the
Yeah,
fact you've
no.
offered it is good enough.
Yeah. I've said to people have gone, oh, I don't really know if I believe X, Y, Z, and I go, okay, here's the original footage, and then they don't bother looking at it,
No,
and it's like,
they're not interested.
why did you fucking ask then?
Yeah.
But there's even believers out there. Not all the believers, because there's a few people that are obviously followers of myself and you, who are believers and maybe open skeptics. But there's a certain type of believer out there which the best that they've seen is a cat ball lighting up or an app going John and then going, oh, it's John that's here, right? That's the best they've seen. And then when you show them something where an item flies across a room, they don't even accept it, and they're believers. It's like,
but things like cat balls and devices are kind of enlightening to people. Is enlightenment. They kind of enjoy that element of the paranormal. I mean, it's not 100% proof, and they know that inside their heads. They know that even if they don't admit it, right? But something beyond that is too much for their brains to comprehend. They can't deal with it very well. I couldn't deal with it very well when I seen an item move on its own. I struggled, and you did. You struggled massively. It did your head in. You couldn't sleep. I was the same. And I took you to locations and I said, look, this happens. And you went, come on, give off. And then when you seen it yourself, you went, oh.
well, it was oh shit, it does happen. There must be a reason. I need to figure this reason out. And
Yeah.
I couldn't.
No. But like we've witnessed things together and we have captured it on camera and we have tried to give it to certain people. We've allowed Kieran O'Keefe to see our stuff and he just didn't comment. Didn't care.
No, he made some comment which made no actual sense to what was going on. It was like he was just reading from a script. So I was like, that was not even anything to do with what you just supposedly watched. So if you had actually watched it, you would have said something else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of like a battle you won't ever win, and like I really believe that it's just going to stay how it is forever. And if anything, it will change. It will change.
Friday I've said it is the sandbox problem. Does a program running in a virtual machine know it's running in a simulator? We have a similar situation, I'm guessing, within the paranormal. That's like well out there. I'm like, what?
That sort of stuff you enjoy reading, though, Mark. You know, I'm very into like things like that. You know, like simulations, and I've looked at certain things. You know, there's certain things I don't understand, and I kind of then make up my own theories in my head. You know, like, well, I started asking questions to myself and went down a rabbit hole with the whole, oh, what the hell is deja vu? What is that?
I don't know.
and then I deliberately tried to do things to try and trigger it. Doesn't happen.
Sometimes people just think that it could be anything, like where you've watched a TV program and then you then go somewhere and have similar feelings to like something you had seen in a TV program 4 years before, and you somewhere in your subconscious it remembers that from that moment. It's weird shit like that could trigger it. Charles, the skeptics, even if they had a 360 head spin with a torso spinning, they would still deny it. To be fair, I've been like that. I've had full blown things appear and gone, I'm still not calling it a ghost.
Good Lord, yeah, no.
Welcome,
I don't believe you've ever called anything a ghost. I don't think you have. Like, I know you've got frustrated and you've been like, "Oh, screw it, it's paranormal," and then you've walked away in a huff.
Yeah.
You know, but
well, apparently that's the difference between a cynic and a skeptic. According to Friday House, a cynic is somebody who will outright always. Would you consider Richard Dawkins a cynic then, Friday House, and not a skeptic?
Hi, Anne. How are you? It's good to see you.
Interesting thing to think about.
I got a squint to read stuff, guys, so you're gonna have to bear with me. Like, I need glasses. I really do.
And I've got mine on a side panel, like huge writing on the side. So if you keep seeing me look over there, it's because I'm reading the chat.
Well, I had it all set up on my computer to go, and you were like, "No, you've got to use your phone." And I was like, "Oh God."
I might reset it up on the computer, but it's annoying that the Go Live Together doesn't work on there because YouTube prefers this. Don't know. I don't know why. Nightmare scenario for parapsychologists, something paranormal they can't disprove. I don't know, to be honest with you, because if it's a scientific thing that people are looking into, right? Let's just say it would be. Let's say they do. Just because they can't disprove it doesn't necessarily mean that they would get angry at it. Because at the moment there's like shitloads that they're looking into in astrophysics, which they just don't understand. Like, why the hell is the universe speeding up, for example? It's like weird shit like that. But that's a whole nother subject.
Yeah, you're going into a different subject now. Don't send Mark on a tangent because he just goes endlessly with it. Just stop it. Just stick to the paranormal for now. I mean, it's crazy. Like, some nights I'll get a message from you and you'll go, right, I'm going out to this location, that location. You about? I'm like, Mark, you need a break. You just don't rest up, you know. Last night you were at Snuff Mills again. And
yeah, like, Snape liked it. By the sounds of things.
I'm sure Snape likes everything you put out, but like the point I'm making, dude, is people got lives, you know, and like even I can't keep up with you. I can't keep up with it.
Football was on again when I went out again. I'm gonna beat up FIFA. Because they keep going on when I'm live. They're clashing with me. I'm gonna have words.
Hey, I don't know about you, mate, but it was mental last night. I stayed up till like 2 a.m. just to watch Scotland, and they won.
Yeah, one we often miss talking about is olfactory. A smell can bring back a memory and a feeling. I suppose that can be deja vu. I've had that before.
I look at that as nostalgia. I like, you get a sense of smell of something from your past or something reminds you. You know, sometimes I go into the supermarket, I just spray the old Lynx African smells, and like it gives you a hint of nostalgia because that's all the smells you were brought up on as a child.
Yeah.
But they do something to you, you know, like the neurological side of you, you know, you can experiment with it, with smells. But ever since COVID, I've lost my sense of smell anyway. I can't smell nothing.
That's so weird. Yes, Richard Dawkins, not Richard Dawson. Richard Dawkins is a massive skeptic, and he really puts down religion more than anything, to be honest with you. But it's his opinion, so everyone's entitled to their opinion.
Mm.
If you're talking about classic cynics and skeptics, we are both physiological belief. They're both physiological beliefs.
Mm. There's a lot going on. There really is. What I don't understand is certain people can go out there and they experience nothing at all. And then I was having this deep conversation with Tony, and he was saying to me how certain personalities will
Mm.
have activity and some won't. And then he turns around and talks about ADHD and how that can spike activity. And he has ADHD, and he strongly believes in this. And we were at an investigation with him, myself and you, the other day, and we had loads happen, loads.
Yeah, yeah. That's. I mean, I went back there with Josh's, and like, you know, again, had mental stuff happen. Wayne has put Scotland won the World Cup.
They did.
Won a cup. Sorry, not the World Cup. What the fuck?
No, they reacted last night after winning like they won the World Cup. I can tell you that.
I agree with Dan. Football is like science. He doesn't like science, so I don't think football is like science. But in his belief of what he thinks of science, I agree with that concept. I don't like football, but I do like science. I agree with his perception. James Randi is another great example. Yes, the great James Randi. You must know who that is, Chris. The magician, the great James Randi.
Say that again. Sorry.
The great James Randi.
He's a magician.
Yeah. Very big skeptic. He's dead now, but yeah. So what do you both think about being able to touch a wall, etc., of a building and being able to see images of the past? Well, I can't do that. So I can't have an opinion on something I can't do.
I don't know. I believe everyone got an ability to some sense. I mean, this whole thing of being open-minded and open to the world and the feelings around you, being able to sense the elephant in the room is a gift. You can work on that, you know. I get it sometimes where you walk into a room and you just know someone's talking about you. Some days I've actually woke up and I thought, do you know what? My ears are burning today. You know, these things do happen. I don't know if it's mediumship, but it's definitely something.
Yeah, I can. It's hard for me to go and say to somebody, "Oh, that's just waffle," because I don't know what's going on in their head and what they can do. Like, to me, I just go, "Well, I can't see it, I can't do it, and therefore I can't believe in something I can't have myself or do myself." Like, I'm a very black or white person. Like, even to this day, after seeing stuff, if somebody says, "Oh, in my house, I've got something in there and it growls at night," I'm like, "Does it though?" And then I go there and go, "Oh yeah, it does." It's just how I am.
Well, I mean, I know the other night you were talking about the best experiences you've had, and I think we can both say that the Poltergeist house was an experience for us, which both me and you went through emotion with that, and Josh as well. Now, Josh, I don't know if anyone knows this. It was never on camera. It was off camera. And to be fair, I don't think we would have filmed it anyway. It was too personal with him. But he was in this location and he started tearing up and crying, panicky. And he was getting really worked up over something. And he said, "I've just seen a black figure walking out towards a doorway." And then it vanished and it was gone. And I believe he's seen it. He had tears in his eyes, like
the question
was
is, well,
really shook up.
what is that though?
And
I put this out to the chat as well. What is that? And because this isn't just him that's seen it, he's seen it and then described it to us. And then we asked the owners, and we were like, "Oh, does like what's what?" And then they had written, so it wasn't like them going, "Oh yeah, we've seen that," and it sounds the same. They had written stuff of the descriptions of what this thing looks like, and it matched what Josh had seen. So he definitely seen it. There's no two ways about that.
It's kind of like, how do you argue with 15 different cases? Because I believe it was 15 different cases, 15 different eyewitness accounts from people that have never met each other, and they all describe the same thing. So
yeah,
what's that about? I mean,
well, it clearly exists.
Yeah, we know it's a thing anyway because we've seen it for ourselves anyway. But I gotta say it. We've got an episode out on that. Obviously, the demonic poltergeist is on Haunted Truth, and then a longer version of Coconut Cake. There's a reason why it's called Coconut Cake, by the way. But Coconut Cake has only got like 114 views for some of the most incredible activity ever caught on camera. Like, I don't understand like why people don't actually want to watch it,
Because you
considering
tell them to
they
watch it. You
it's like,
go, here you go, I have something that's amazing. Do you know what the problem is? Everything says it's the scariest thing ever. Like, you recently told me to go watch Obsession, and I said to you when you were going to the cinema, I can't be bothered because somebody said it's the scariest thing ever, therefore it probably won't be. And then you watched it and you went, actually, it is. So even I was like, yeah, give over, because you don't trust anything anymore. Not just like in the regards to like what's fake AI and what's not. You don't trust what people say to you. So us going, it's great. We're better off
maybe
going, watch this. It's a load of shit that they're faking, and then they go, well,
maybe
here we go, a bit of drama.
debunkers has put people off. Yeah, Dave, I don't know if that's true or anything, but it could be a possibility. But I know no one's ever tried to look at it and tried to, you know, rip it apart, because you can't. It's virtually impossible to rip apart. You can't rip it
Hmm.
apart. And so people just give up. But like, what I'm trying to get across is, you know, self promotion just doesn't seem to help anyway. If you've got something that you want to show, or you want to provide for people, is better coming from someone else. Word of mouth is the best source. And you've just said about Obsession. Now, Obsession didn't do no marketing for that film. I followed the guy on YouTube. That's how I found out what he was doing. And I went
Okay.
to the cinema to see it just because of him. And like, he didn't use no marketing for the film at all. He used word of mouth. And people, 10 people went to the cinema, and those 10 people told 20 people. And then those 20 people went to the cinema and they told 50 people. That's how it works. But if he went online and he went, look, I've got a cinema, I've got a movie out in the cinema, it's really scary, go and watch it, people would probably go, you're going to say that because it's yours.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So Friday Hours has put, ghost hunting has no rules. So as in the term ghost hunting, which I don't like using, has no rules to it, whereas investigating involves forensics and data collection, documenting things as you go, which is what I think I kind of touched on this the other day, is like ghost hunting is sort of like Sam and Colby, like, dude, bro, oh my god, this app's just come up with this word. Yo, we're gonna go into this house and there's a ghost called Sanita that lives there. Yo, I'm scared. Are you scared? I'm scared. I think something's gonna happen tonight. Ah! Right, that's ghost hunting. Paranormal investigation is, hello, my name is Mark. I'm in this house. If you're here, could you please make yourselves known? Bang. Okay. Was that them? Oh no, it was the window. It just shut. Was it the wind? Oh yeah, it is a bit windy. That's the difference between the two. I think that's what Friday House is trying to say. I did that in a very comedic way, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't watch all the crap, you know, like Colby and all that stuff. I stay away from all the shit, you know. And like, I do watch some of the bigger channels, but I watch it out of curiosity to learn from them as well. Not just how they do their investigations, but how they edit.
Should we welcome in Joshua? How
Oh
art
no.
thou? Here he is, unkinked wheat.
So you can join when it's just Mark, but you can join when it's, you know, me and Mark, but when Mark's live, you're just nowhere to be seen.
He's just come down on his spaceship, like, like in the Flintstones, the little green man. That's Josh.
Josh, you just told an absolute fib there. You say, I only like Chris and Mark's channel. I know for a fact you watch those bloody twins. You've told me.
Can't use free to do I need to get you to do some voiceover as well, Josh, soon. So keep your eyes peeled on WhatsApp.
I'd
I've
say
missed a couple of
90% of
comments now. What have I
investigations
missed?
are bogus, 10% factual. Do you know what? I'm going to say every single channel out there has something going on which might not be 100% truthful. For example, with me and Mark, behind the scenes and off camera, we would discuss our platform. We would
Story,
discuss what we were going to
narrative.
do. Yeah, our narrative, how we were going to film it, and we don't put that in the episodes. And like I would say, it's like a football match. Yeah, like the highlights. You're not watching the full game. You're seeing like the highlights, the best bit, and that can be deceptive because it can seem like you're having constant activity through the stage of like half an hour when in theory you were there 9 hours, so it can be a bit misleading.
Yeah,
But
I
no
get what
one,
you're saying, but the thing is, like, no one's going to sit there and watch, like, if we were to do it properly, and literally go in there with a pen and paper and just document everything and be like, okay, it's 1649, this happened, and then try and figure that thing out, and then no edits whatsoever, no one would watch it. Like someone said up here, like that impression I did, I think it was Maltor. So he said, "Oh, we'd get our own TV show if we did it in the style of Sam and Colby." But it's true. But what I like to try and find like a line between the two, where it's still informative and open-minded, but still trying to figure stuff out as I go, whilst also being entertaining, and then telling Josh to go walk down a corridor on his own, right? Because that's funny.
but that's what we were talking about a minute, the planned, the narrative of everything. Like we know if Josh is coming along, we know to send him in a dark, it's going to be good footage. The only other issue you have along the way is too many people in your video can cause a problem, because I know you don't like a continuity which breaks.
Yeah,
It does your head
stand there, you turn around. Hang on a minute, you walked from there to over there, and now I'm going to have to explain that you've walked over there, because if we have to cut this bit out, then you're suddenly over there. Therefore,
you're a
right,
nightmare.
like, and someone walks off to go listen to us. Hang on, do you have a camera on you? No, right, take that camera. Wait, before you go over there, right. Honestly, guys, that is what it's like filming with me.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of it yesterday on the live when I was with Will. So when I was in Stuffed Mills with Will yesterday, you'll hear me constantly saying, turn the camera around, walk in front of this, do that. Josh says it's true. Which bit?
Yeah.
What I just said, or the other bit?
Well, I have a very different view on how I go about my business with the paranormal anyway. Everyone's different and everyone's entitled to be different and have an opinion as well. This is mine. I focus my content purely on fear. I know what I've seen. I know what I want to believe and what I've seen and what backs it up. I don't need to prove it to anyone else, and I know what works, or what I've seen that works. And I know that if you are in a very bad situation of feeling scared, I don't know why, but it seems to kick off a lot of activity. It just does. It sort of plays off you in some regard. And I think you can agree to that, Mark, as well. If you go there with a lot of people, there's a sense of security.
Yeah.
And nothing ever happens.
But there's also a thin line between you being too scared and then your own brain making shit up because of fear, because that can happen, and then things happening because you're scared. So it's hard to know which it is in the moment, because once you get past the point of fear, you may as well leave. And let's just say, we'll get more into this later, but an episode coming up not next week but the week after, that's exactly what we ended up doing. We ended up leaving because of the intensity in the place, and it was just draining. I don't want to give too much away.
We got so scared we couldn't talk. We left. That was it.
Josh says there should be a full episode of me being serious, but then taking a piss out of it as well. I wanted to do a couple of parodies and bring Dr. Kieran O'Keefe into it and take a mick, but we'll see.
You have taken things serious though, Josh. You have. It's just when Mark's editing he kind of wants to paint you in that light of, this is Josh. He's funny, and To be fair, I would do the same thing, and I have done in the past with you. I just edit all your funny parts, and that's it. Our styles are completely different for everyone watching now. Me and Mark, when we edit together, it can the videos you'll be able to tell the difference between the ones Mark's done on his own or to the ones that I've helped him with. You will tell the difference because there's two different styles involved with it. But my style is purely I like to drive the element of fear. So when you're watching something, you will feel that. You'll feel that fear. And with Mark, he's very scientific and he's very factual with I need this rule, I need this here, this there, that there. And he will focus highly on giving you the truth. And that's it. I'm not saying what I do is not necessarily giving you the truth. It is, but I drive fear into it. So I use music, I use Atmos, I use things to try and enhance it to be a bit more scary. Mark, he's not got to care for that. He just, unless it's scary, he's not going to bother making it scary.
If shit all really happens, I'm not going to make it scary. It is what it is. It's how it goes out. So there's two approaches to where I do things. For those of you that watch, you're probably aware of this. So either it's packed with like tense moments and fear based off of what happened there. And if I was scared, I want to make you scared. But if not, then I try to make it more funny with odds and ends of tense things. Hence Kieran O'Keefe, the professor that I put in the Snuff Mills one. That was the whole point. We were testing that. Did people like that, by the way? Or did people think it didn't work and they would prefer it to be in as a separate skit outside of episodes? Let me know. I want on.
Well, when we were doing that, you did ring me and you went, "Oh, Chris, I don't know about this." And I said, "Well, I do. I'm confident on it. You edited it this way." So
mine keeps crashing on me.
It had to happen, mate, because when we were editing this together and we were going, right, let's put this in because you've explained it live to me like this, and I got an idea in my head, and I was like, why don't you just, take the piss out of this a little bit? So you did.
I was like, and as you can see right here, I mean, the character was sort of first brought in a while back, when mocking Lee, and then I was like, let's pop that back in. That's understandable. Dan has put, I hate it when people fake stuff like scratches on your face and stuff. By the way, this was ages ago. I've been putting some of the comments to one side. We bring you what we see and hear. Yeah, this is very true. And do you know, guys, right? I'll put a question out to you as well. Do you think that somebody that has been fundamental at the beginning saying I was scratched 100%, this is what it was, and then I've gone, oh, you sure you didn't catch your face and something? You sure you didn't do this? You sure it wasn't that? No, 100% I was scratched. I don't want to go there ever again. I don't know if I want to do the paranormal again. So then years later turn around and go, oh, I wasn't scratched, I just caught it on the wall, because a debunker has asked them about it. Do you think that's a bit fishy? Because I do. I want to see what people say to that. Like, do you think that's a bit, because that seems off to me. I say nothing more than that. Chris is dying to just go, just say it. But I'm not going to.
I'm not saying anything. I don't want to say nothing.
Unfortunately, the paranormal is still one of those subjects that still gets ridiculed. Yes. It's like aliens, isn't it? I feel like it's meant to get ridiculed, though, because it's almost like people try to, like, if you don't want someone to talk about something, you take the piss out of that something. Yeah.
What I'll say, Mark, is there's faking where you can just scare someone, and then there's faking where you're trying to deceive the audience, right? And then there's faking and you're basically a complete nut job for it. And like in my opinion, if someone's going to go out and self-harm themselves, there's got to be something there that's not quite right. Right?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? Why?
Well, that's like outright faking, but to change your story from it happened to actually no, it could have been this, even though someone has said to them beforehand it wasn't this.
But
That's
these people doing this, dude, they know their truth, and that's their business, isn't it? And like,
Malthus.
if people want to buy into it, that's up to them. Who are we to comment, dude? I mean, like, a lot of the time, this is why drama exists on YouTube, because people get involved. People want to get involved, and I think, well, no, just leave it alone. Like, everyone's gonna do what they want to do, and I wouldn't say everyone's perfect.
No,
No one's
Malthus.
perfect.
Malthus says it's called recanting after the fact, and in legal terms, it's borderline pierogi. Pierogi. I don't know. I can't read
What
that
does
word.
Maltar? What does that mean?
Oh,
I've never heard that word before.
Perjury.
Perjury.
Perjury. Yeah,
Yeah.
perjury.
Ah,
I can't
sweet,
read.
man. No,
I can't read.
I can't even see what people are saying, to be fair.
My faith, as you know, is strong, and I feel it will set things off to another level. Well, I've done religious propagation, and I find the results sometimes interesting.
Yeah.
And I believe other people have tried it and had results. So then that questions if me propagating the Lord Jesus Christ, believe in him or not, just simply me using that name and then having an effect happen. That's weird.
Yeah, but Mark, before you met me, you had never tried anything like that. And I said to you, if you want to taunt, you use that. And you did it relentlessly.
I'm gonna have to write down how many times it works.
I've
comparative to not.
never done it myself. I don't want to do it. I've seen some kind of effects it can have, and I don't really care to be a part of that. A bit like the Ouija board, it might be nonsense, but I don't really want to try it on the chance it. That's just how my brain works. I can't handle that, you know. If there's a possibility, it could. Why would you?
Friday House, you have deceptive creators for fame and money, novice hunters who don't question anything. Then you have the investigators who do question everything. They are labeled the killjoys of the community. I had that big time when I used to go to events. People hated me for it. Not so much the people running the events, just the people that had paid to turn up to them. And there's me going, the window's open, that's why it's cold. No, that's not a spirit, it's dust.
You didn't just used to do that, mate.
I did. Dan was there, he can tell you.
No, there was an incident where I was with you, right? And I kid you not, you were in the circle and you were holding hands with people, and you don't like holding hands with people. I know you don't, right? So you stood there holding hands with people, and literally, someone said in the group that there was something negative around us, and you went, "Come over here, you bastard," or something like that, to that nature.
Right, no, they said someone felt weird, and then I went, oh, and then someone went, oh, Mark's swaying. And then the guy in the middle went, oh, you're swaying, are you, Mark? He was Welsh. You're swaying, are you, Mark? And I was like, yeah. So I don't know. I just feel a bit disbalanced. And he goes, well, if there's anything with you, just tell it to move on. I went, nah, if you're fucking with me, let's have it, you bastards.
Yeah.
And everyone went,
they all hated you for that. And not only that, mate, you got taken to one side by the organization, and they had a word with you. I filmed it.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I know it happened, right? And I can prove it. And they told you that you had a very thin aura and you were running very on the edge of being in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, and then he died a month later.
And then he died a couple of weeks later.
Was it a week's, was it? It was some time after, wasn't it? That's not funny that someone's died.
Yeah, but that was the last.
But the irony of it.
I swear to God, mate, that was the last bit of footage that guy was ever in. Was him grilling you.
Yeah, it's him having a go at me, and he's not in any other footage after that.
What was he telling you again? He was telling you to calm
down. He went like this. He went, your aura's on thin ice. It's on thin ice. And I went, is it? Is it? I go, well, I'm still doing it and I'm fine. I bring stuff up with me all the time. You know what I mean? I'm fine. I'm dandy. You know,
By the way,
apart from this
for the
cutting out every 5 seconds.
for the viewers, this was Mark was a highly high skeptic. By the way, his skepticism was on another fucking level. Like when I met him, because I met him out of pure curiosity of this guy's into the paranormal. He's gone to locations that I've gone to. Wow, he must be into like all this the way I am. So when I met him and spoke to him, and it was at one of those, it was at an inner magic circle, and I said to him, "Hello, mate, you're right." And I think we started speaking about Baragurney, didn't we? And I just couldn't believe how skeptical you were for someone who liked the paranormal.
Because I want to be someone that could just figure it all out and then have a smug face when I turn around to people and figure it out. It's a very weird reason for doing it.
I took him to Snuff Mills, and that was it then.
So Anne's put drama does my head in. It's another reason why I love the paranormal. And then Dave said the thing is with bullshit, it's easy to be drawn in even if you don't realise it at the time. Because there's tens of thousands of people that still watch Smug Puppy despite the fact that they've been clearly they're fake. I want to bang their heads together.
There's a psychological subtlety involved with this. So if you remember all the lectures we've had over the years, Mark, we were always told one thing. It's the hole method. So for example, if you've got a hole to look through in the fence and you've got a sign saying look through this hole, chances are a lot of people don't look through. But if you have a sign saying don't look through this hole, everyone will look through the hole. Another thing as well, if you see someone on the streets and they've got a sign up saying, can you give me some money? I'm blind. No one's going to give him money. But if you reword it and you say, it's a lovely day and I can't see it, people are going to feel sorry for you. And they're
Mind you, I've been known to see signs that say wet paint and then I touch it to make sure it actually is.
Yeah, exactly. But even if you know it's dry, if you put a sign saying wet paint,
I've touched an electric fence because it said this fence is electrified, don't touch. And I went, why? And I touched it and it's gone, and I won't be doing that again. Because I just don't believe anything.
Psychology, and it is amazing, mate. Like the things you can probably put out there and use this term of psychology, it will work. And that's why all this psychology is put into the drama. It really is. And like the people that claim, there are debunkers out there that claim they don't like drama and they don't want drama, but they're persistently creating it and persistently pushing it. And like at some point in time, you kind of think, when's this going to end? When is this going to end? What are you laughing at?
Maltory's put caution, biohazard, ... Mark licks it. I'm the sort of person who'd get out in Chernobyl and just be like, what's that? Oh, hang on a minute, I'm growing a third arm. No, I'm not that mental. I am, but I'm not. No, maybe. I don't know. Who knows?
Well, you're the kind of person to go into a building just to try and find asbestos.
Yeah, but I do wear masks now, and I know it like the back of my hand. What have I put down here? Talk about agendas. Ask, do you think people on YouTube don't care about the paranormal and all they do it for is an agenda, that being faking or calling out faking? So do they actually even care about the paranormal, or is it all just an agenda to get known?
I'll say it here now. I don't care what people say. There's certain things I'll stand by. Let's talk about Ouija brothers, right?
Yeah.
I believe, and I've watched the footage, and this is what I pick up on. I believe they fake stuff to debunk it for credibility.
Well, I've heard on the grapevine by a little birdie, which shall remain anonymous, that there is a video where they went to East Drive, I think, and there's a bit where he can be seen throwing something, and then they disclaim it as being something else. So it's like me pulling the curtain like that with a string, and then going, oh, the window was open.
Yeah.
So I can look verified.
Your credibility goes up if you're
I have
debugging.
heard this from other people as well. I've not seen it myself. I've not looked. I can't find the clip at the moment, but
well, they caught a pram going down the stairs in 30th Drive, and I really sort of deep dived that horribly, and I just can't come to any other conclusion other than they knew it was going to happen, so they placed it that far on the edge. They knew even if it was explained, it would create views. They knew it would create debate. They knew what they were doing. It's a plan. They
it's a
just
whole
knew.
nother level of fakery, though, isn't it? It's like it's a weird one. It's almost like I can't think of a description for it, like to compare it to something else.
No, they're very clever. They're very clever, and like they've got a lot of big fan base, and I'm sure they're nice guys, and I'm sure a lot of their content is okay. But I can't help but think to gain credibility, that's what they've done. But again, that's just an opinion, and that's what it is. If I wanted to prove it, I would have to sit down for a good old month and go through everything and deep dive it all. But I cannot be asked. And believe me, I'm very good at doing that. I've done that with a few people. I can be very creative.
Apparently, 30 East Drive, or Fake Drive, as fans called it, went mental at her. There's a story. I picked up so many things and I didn't need to explain it. The evidence always was there. True, Wayne, every action has a reaction. The sad part is it all tends to bleed over to all other facts of the topic. Yeah, what else have I got here? So what's this I've been hearing about you making a backrooms video?
How did you hear about that?
Well, I've got a camera right there on your desk and records everything.
You ain't got access to my computer, have you?
No.
Would you believe it? I allowed Mark access to my computer. That's why, isn't it? You snake. Yes, I do have a backrooms video coming out. Yeah. Has it piqued your interest? Is it?
Well, I'm interested because the way in which it seems that you're doing it is through pure animation opposed to CGI, which is a different approach on it.
You've spoken to people. Okay, so yeah,
maybe
don't like. I'm not one for AI. If you want to use AI, use AI. It's up to you. It's easy to use. AI is what it is, right? But I don't like it. I choose not to use AI at all in my content and my channel. All the artwork that I do is, and you know this, Mark, it is all me. I am a whiz with Photoshop. I know what I'm doing, right? That's what I studied. And I have created and made an animated version of the backrooms with no AI used.
Tammy, unless I can fly, he's on the top floor. I have eyes and ears everywhere, Tammy.
You're out
especially
of sync,
in Bristol.
You're out of sync.
Oh, fuck. That's going to be annoying. Can everyone still hear me, though?
Yeah, just face the wall and no one will see you're out of sync.
No, I've got a plan. I've got a plan if I can find them. I can't put underpants over my face. Where is it to? Where is it? Keep talking. Entertain people.
So this is Mark's room. You don't want to know, believe me. He has a bunk bed.
No,
you still have your bunk bed. You've got a bunk bed.
There's a cabin bed.
You've got a bunk
bed. Cabin bed. Basically, it's a bed above the bed. I can't find anything. Maybe if I come out and come back in, it'll be all right.
Mark will know when he arrives in Bristol. Right. Well, yeah, that'd be good.
I broke it. Hello?
Pretty good in Photoshop. I do all the
Like,
artful cards in Photoshop.
welcome in,
I
Fredo.
really like Photoshop, Fredo, because for me, you get a sense of pride making something on it yourself, and you do actually have to start from scratch to make everything. And if you know what you're doing on there, it's enjoyable, even if it takes longer. I just see AI is lazy. Typing in, you get it. It might be good for certain people, and that's absolutely fine. But for me, I just don't like it.
I think I fixed it now.
Yeah, you have.
Those pesky YouTubers.
Oh, now Chris can't hear him.
Huh?
What? Who can't hear who?
You're back, Mark, and now your audio is in sync and you're getting cut out again. Wait, what?
Nothing's going right with you, mate. You got a demon in your bedroom.
Yeah, like, I don't get any, like, poltergeist activity. Just all my tech goes to shit.
Do you remember that day when we were editing Snuff Mills and both our lights just went smash?
I think I've still got... I don't know if I might have chucked it in the bin now because I've shown it about 1,000,000 times. Yeah, I've chucked it in the bin. On the back of the hard drive, I'll show you on the back of one of these for reference. So this is a hard drive. I've got lots of hard drives. These are all my backups for Haunted the Truth. Okay. That one's for Magic. It's got Magic written on it. And this bit here, plugged it in and it burned. And then Chris had a laptop with all the old footage from Snuff Mills on it that he was going to send me, and he plugged it into the wall to charge, and the plug charger port caught fire.
Yeah, it blew up. Nothing wrong with it. Like, it just, that was it, gone. And I was like, oh, shit.
Friday, I used to use OBS and then Discord and then put us both in. But the problem is it doesn't push the outreach the same
Yeah.
when you do the go live. It doesn't push it the same. It's annoying.
Yeah. Well, I'm away this weekend. I'm going on an adventure.
Yeah.
I'm going up to see Jason, spending some time with him, with Dan. Gonna meet Paranormal on the Go up there as well. Gonna go to a place called Morton Corbett. That place is active. I've been there already, so that's why I'm going back.
I do want to go there, but I couldn't make it because of work. We're nearly reaching the hour segment, though, and I've gotten through all my questions. I want to add before we end, though, that soon, mentioned it a little bit earlier, the episode that's coming up with me and him in, which Chris helped me out with as well, is something you do not want to miss. It's coming up not next Sunday, because that's Father's Day. I might put out a quiz on that day, to be fair, if anyone wants that.
Well,
but the
I'm
Sunday
away
after.
anyway, but
So the Sunday after is when it's coming out.
Episode, I don't really know what you would call it. Like, there's too many episodes called Farmhouse. I don't really know what you would call it, but it was the most unusual experience that we've had in a long time. So this place seemed to have, you can watch the first sort of documented event. It's the same night, but it's like not all of it. You can watch it on my channel. I just called it a ghost hunt. That's all I called it. I don't know what to call it. You can watch it and some stuff happens in there, but the thing is, it kind of leaves it all to Mark to do this episode. But the entire night, I don't want to say too much, but there were, despite the place being empty and only me and Mark were there was definitely 100% something else in that building with us.
Moving around. Yeah, definitely. There's no shadow of a doubt. And
you'll want to watch it. It's really, really eerie.
As much as, like, I mean, I tried looking for reasons and causes and I couldn't find anything, and then it scared me. It's called The Real Haunted Truth Paranormal Investigating. That name is subject to change, though, depending on how I feel. Paranormal Investigating. I might add farm in the mix as well. Yeah, I might put farm in there as well. But yeah, is there anyone that's got any other questions or thoughts or feelings that maybe we've missed and you might want to chuck out there? And yes, please hit the like button. Thank you, Friday, for pointing that out. If not, we will call it and let people go. As if I say, let people go as if I'm there. Like everyone must stay. You know what I mean?
Well, thank you for having me on, and well,
The video is.
it was. I'm not sure how late notice it was for you to say, can I have you on the live? But I was free today, finally. There he goes. He's gone again.
Hopefully you heard everything Chris said. I cut out again. When's the
Yeah.
revisit to them tunnels? Which tunnels? If you mean Farley tunnels, I don't know when. If you mean the rail tunnels, I'm still yet to do it on my own. I just haven't had the time to do it, if I'm honest with you. The episode's not this Sunday, it's a Sunday after. I don't know the exact date. So not the coming Sunday, but the Sunday after that one. So not Father's Day, the one after that one. That's when.
I had a rerun.
6 p.m.
I had a rerun through it today, and just a final watch and stuff. And it does create a little bit of like, oh Christ, in you, you know, like that fear. But it's not very long, is it?
What's Facebook? Ghost haunt inflatable tech. Do you know what, Jason? I'm I'm ignoring your silly questions. He's like, you're not answering my question, and your question is, can they inflate an inflatable? Can they haunt an inflatable tent?
I'm going to be doing some work with Jason this weekend coming, and I'm telling you now, he's going to be on one. He's going to be constantly taking the piss. I just know it.
Yes, Malto. I still
probably have to
there.
give you a call in the week anyway, Jay. All right, so I'll find a night to do that.
And I've been investigating since I was 16, so about 4 years ago, and Chris has been. That's how long I've been doing it from. But YouTube, I think now is getting on for 15 years or something like that for both of us.
I don't know why you just don't call yourself Peter Pan.
There's Graham Snake. There he is. I know you wanted to see him.
Yeah. So anyone in this, my shout out tonight is going to go to Jason from Haunted Sessions. He was a huge channel back in the day. A lot of stuff has happened to him, but he is a great guy. If you could just go over to his new channel, he's just started. He was working with me on Fright Night Project, but he's finally got the balls to do it and come back into the paranormal. Follow his channel, invite him into your groups. Honestly, guys, he's a really good guy. And I wouldn't say he's a full believer, but he's not also a full skeptic. He's very open-minded. I'm going to be working with him this weekend. So Haunted Sessions, please go and follow him, guys. And that's me done.
That's you done. I don't know if I've got to say anything else, to be honest with you, apart from this. Thank you so much for everybody that's tuned in. And if I don't see you again, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Later on, sleep tight.
Namaste.
Don't let those demons bite. Namaste. Bye-bye.